Hello, it is your sleepless god back with What If Mark Was Half Kryptonian, Part 2. I don't lose count that easily, I don't think so. Uh, so, last time we left off, we basically talked about how Mark, basically his life. Like right now, just kind of getting his life. We talked about how Adam Eve met Mark, and how Mark chose choosing the name Invincible, he chose the name Superman. Uh, and how Adam Eve made fun of him. Aka just Eve, made fun of him. And now Eve is actually Mark's first friend, at least superhero friend, at least. We talked about how school. We talked about how Mark smokes cigarettes now, mostly because to live a double life like he is, hiding his powers and also still trying to become a hero, is hard for him. So cigarettes is a good example as well. It doesn't do anything to him. His kryptonite and both of his DNA fights that fucking off so easily that it's like a nuisance, a minor nuisance at best. We also talked about that now Mark has shown that he has superpowers by knowing that he has to show it eventually. He just crushes a countertop. As that's the end of the what if. Let's start this video. When he does that, it was kind of on accident. He didn't mean to put that much force into it, but he did. As tomorrow comes around, he's in the air, hands in his pockets, kind of floating there. As Omni-Man looks at him and just says, "You're a lot better than I thought," as he says, as he starts normal flying, as Mark flips around and starts normal flying. Well, it's like, and Mark's like in his head, like, shit, I gotta fuck up a bit. He's like, starts to move and kind of tilts a little bit, but not too bad. He's like, okay, now push the speed up a little bit. It's like a muscle. It's like, gotta tense it a bit. So Mark's like, okay, I know how to fucking fly. This shouldn't be hard to fuck up. As he starts flying, as Mark's kind of in his element already. See, Mark has been training how to fly, how to use his heat vision, how to use his frost breath, how to use his super strength, and how to grow that super strength by lifting heavy shit for years now. Flight is an aspect of all of this. But now that, because he didn't tell his parents, he has to kind of pretend like he's a fucking retard and he doesn't know how to use these powers. But he's slowly kind of getting it, like starting to like pretend like he does know how to do it. So Cat said, okay, we're going to land right here. Okay, we'll land right here. As Mark says, perfect. I can pretend like I don't know how to land well. As Mark's dad starts to land. Let's see. Invincible. No. Omni-Man lands. Perfect. He's like, Mark's like coming in a little too hot. Omni-Man's like, hey, you gotta slow down. You gotta slow down. As Mark does kind of like a flip bit, but he crushes the ground a bit with his landing and gets back up. He's like, shit. That wasn't part of it, was it? No, it was not, son. It was not. But that's still pretty good. Good first lesson. As Mark looks down and realizes that he didn't disappoint his father at all. It's like, okay. Now, as Mark instantaneously moves his head to the side, as Omni-Man throws a punch, and as he dodges it, just internally his brain just is moving so fast in comparison to it's just instinct. Boom. Nice dodge. Well, you did bring me to those boxing classes. I did. But with this, as he picks up his feet flying, With fighting, we can move in all domino directions: north, south, east, west. And as Mark gets back onto his feet and says, "Yeah, I know that." As he says, "So we can dodge and move in all those directions as well." As he goes up and like rushes forward, as Mark says, "Oh, so I can." As he lands on just like he's straight up on his back, just flates on his back as Mark dodges the punch. It's like, yeah, as he does, like he kind of like moves forward a bit, kind of like moving, dodging, weaving, just getting into like a normal kind of like southpaw stance, like putting his left foot forward, his like left hand forward, and his right hand back, just moving, dodging, like getting into like this form as like Mark Stat's kind of proud. He kind of Omni-Man feels proud into his son because like, yeah, this is what fighting should be like for his son, like natural. He's a species of him. He's his son. As he throws a punch, as Mark just be like, okay, I gotta take this. As he punches it, as he like goes up to block it, he just takes it into the arms. Boom, boom, boom. 3 punches just land into his arms. As Onion now feels kind of disappointed. It's like, oh, it should be like easier than this. He's dodging really easily beforehand. Maybe I'm going faster. I don't think I'm going faster. As Mark's like, shit, Dad, that fucking hurt. As like, Onion's like, he's my son, but he's human still. I gotta calm down. As he's like, yeah, I'm sorry. Let's go back home. Okay, yeah, sure. As Mark smiles, says, last one's there has to do the dishes. As he just kicks off, he starts launching forward. He's kind of going about like 25% his normal speed. As Omni-Man catches up to him, passes him, lands it back into the house. You're doing the dishes, fucker. Asshole, you can't make me win once. Nope. As Debbie, Mark's mom. Yes, I figured out her name. And I remembered her name. Mostly because, God, okay, this might sound weird because it's like a 35, 40-year-old woman. But I'm attracted to Debbie. Like, when she has her hair down. God damn. That might say like so much about me, but like me just she smacks me in the mug. Ooh. She's hot. But let's keep on going. As Mark going to school, it's kind of similar thing with normally just going to school, hanging out with his friend, his gay friend. He's like, what? Okay, I don't get this. As Mark is with his sunglasses now, his dark sunglasses, as he's like, yeah, what you don't get? The reason why he has sunglasses on is for a couple of reasons. Number one, the sunglasses actually dim his ability to see through things. Beforehand, he can see through anything, and he really can't. He can turn it off, but it's kind of just his brain just instantly, let's see through this. So he has to put these sunglasses on for that, as well as it's an indicator for his brain and for his body that this place is a place to hold back. This place is where he has to actually like not use his strength. When he takes the sunglasses off, that's when he becomes like a hero. He says, what do you not understand? Friend of mine. As he grabs out a cigarette, puts it into his mouth, and lights it, walking to school. How do you not have a girlfriend? There's many reasons why. No, why don't you have a girlfriend with Eve? What do you mean, as Eve mysteriously, Mark Mark's heard her like a mile away when she flew in, pops up. What are you guys talking about? As Mark just says, oh, he's wondering why we're not dating. As Eve just instantly gets flushed, she's like, what? As he says, because she's my drug dealer, obviously. You don't date your drug dealer. That's fucking stupid. So they go to school. Everything normally happens. He doesn't get picked on again because he to explain Mark real quick, he is not unwilling for violence. He believes that if you try to threaten him or any of his family members, he will attack you and hurt you and put you maybe into a wheelchair or maybe even worse, but he will not try to kill you. That's not in his plan. Like, he is so much stronger than anyone else. He could kill anyone. So, like, he holds back by so much. And when Mark Gunn finally goes home, he's relaxing, he's calmed down as he hears crack of bones. As he hears, like, flesh getting, like, ripped off. And, like, fists hitting someone at supersonic speeds. Bada, 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 bada. As he hears a hammer hit someone's faces, he's like, what the fuck is that? Because it's in his range. He's like, what is that fucking... As he's like, I don't know. He's like, what is that? As he hears a body drop. And he's like, what was that? What the fuck was that? Because it was loud. It was fucking loud as shit. For Mark, anything above a certain amount of decimal reads, he instantly hears, he's like, shit. That was loud as fuck. What was that? He's like, I don't fucking know. As he hits off and starts flying. He starts flying using his vision as he grabs what is just a jacket. As he starts to fly, he's using his vision. He hears groans as a heartbeat's getting slower and slower. He's using as he looks at a mountain. He's like, shit. As he sees a bunch of dead bodies and his dad. As he just hits from like normal speed, like cruising out to you, to boom. He starts launching. He flies into the mountain, crushing into it, and lands. And he's like, shit. He looks around and he hears all these people are dead. Heartbeats off. He grabs up his dad. He's like, oh, what the fuck? Oh, shit. Who do I call? As he flies in, crush into a building. He looks around. He sees a phone. He just grabs it, and it grabs a phone. He just like, is there any numbers on here? As he clicks the first number on the list, it says Cecil. He rings. He's holding his dad. His dad is injured. He says, and Cecil's like, Guardian Zulo, do you need something? This is Superman. They're dead. I'm holding Omni-Man right now. He's about to perish. Get down here fast. As he's like, how do you have this number? And he's like, don't ask that. Get down here fast. As he grabs his phone and crushes it, and he's angry now at this point. He grabs his dad, he picks him up again. He gets to the medical supplies as best as possible, try to wrap up his wounds. He's like, who the fuck did this? Like, I know my dad. He cannot... he is stronger than this. He is faster than this. I know my dad will not be injured like this. As he hears a gun put to his head as he just stopped paying attention for a bit. He stands up as... He's wearing just what he normally would wear. Just a black t-shirt, black pants, Converses, and a biker jacket, like a leather biker jacket. And his glasses. He looks over as the invisible people turn invisible, and he grabs his cigarette, smokes it. So take Are you going to take these people or not? Or I'm going to have to do your job for you. As Cecil pops up. Mark Spector. As he looks over and just says, Cecil. Is that your name? As he's smoking his cigarette, he says, get my dad. He's injured. He says, how did you... Don't ask questions. Just get my dad. I'll answer any questions you have after this. As Cecil knows what Mark is. Cecil is the one who made Mark a Mark. But Cecil's worried that he's too attached. And that's frightens Cecil, but also makes Cecil less worried. As, okay, guys, let's go. Let's go. As Mark goes away and tells his mom what happened. His mom fucking breaks down. He goes to the hospital, grabs him, his Omni-Man, Mark's dad. Because this is the first time ever that either of them have seen Mark's dad this injured, this, like, broken. And when he goes back to school, kind of crushed a bit, he's sitting there on the roof and he says, as Eve pops up and he says, I heard you about your dad. Yeah. Well, your dad couldn't do it, but I can. Looks over and says, do what? You gotta get a costume. Costume? Fuck, don't I already have one? This is my costume. A better costume than that. I made you one a couple years ago, but you grew out of it. And you never made me another one. Yeah, because you keep on asking me for cigarettes. Oh, fucking, you could make me another one. At least you guys still have a sense of humor. At least you're still an asshole. Mark smiles. Let's go. As they both fly off, as they both land to get Mark a suit. This is where we're going to end off the video. Hope you guys like it. Remember to watch any of my other content that you might like. Well, subscribe and comment down below other TV shows that you would like me to make what ifs on, and other TV shows that you'd like me to watch. I'm going to probably make a what if on Shield Hero. I don't know yet. It might be something different. But thank you very much, you guys, and goodbye.